and welcome to my channel. My name is Amy Beth and I talk about all things to do with women's health, skin health, beauty and lifestyle. Today I'm doing a quick overview of the 8-week program that you can do through Happy Healthy You. If you subscribe to my channel, you will have seen my last video was on the Happy Hormone supplement, and that is in conjunction with the 8-week program that Happy Healthy You provides. And just before I get started, I want to make sure that you know this is not a sponsored video. In fact, they don't even know I'm making this video. The only reason I'm putting this together is because I've had hormonal issues, I've had skin health issues, and I've tried so many different things, and often there's like not too many resources available or reviews from people. So when I first came across the Happy Healthy You and the 8-week program that it offered, my first question was, is this a scam or is it legit? So I had a good look into it and I figured out very quickly that it's not a scam. And the reason being, if you go to their Facebook group, there's a lot of people on there, a lot of people using it, and there are actually a number of people that I knew, so that was really helpful. And also something else I discovered is that they give you literally everything for free. If it was a scam, they would be asking for money somewhere along the line, and it would be pretty sus. Like, they'd probably tell you it was worth $700, but you only had to pay $99. But they actually give you everything for free. So they ask you to take a really quick assessment. It takes about 15-20 minutes to do the full assessment. And then they give you like a really personalized response to that assessment. And they give you directions for what they think it would be best for you to change in your lifestyle immediately. And that in itself is completely free. They just send it to your email. You just do the assessment and they send you the review to your email. So it was really easy, it was really helpful, and it didn't cost me anything. And then when I decided to pursue it, the 8-week program, they have a couple of little PDF downloads that you get for that. And so for those downloads, you get the 8-week program handbook, and you can get a menu plan as well. Those are the 2 downloads that I have. I think I may have actually had to ask for the menu plan, but they sent it to me without any problems. And so you get those for free. They just send you the program for free with all the information in it. And to go with that, so they recommend some different exercises and different yoga exercises to do to help promote your hormonal health at the same time as eating well. And so they actually give you the videos. If you can't find them, just get in touch. On their website there's a little chat box. You just tell someone what you need and they will get it for you. It's completely free. The other really interesting thing that they have is, because the 8-week program revolves a lot around your eating, what you eat and what you put in your body throughout the day, there's a lot of very specific things that you need to eat, and it can be really challenging to know how to cook. But what they actually have on their website is a pretty enormous resource list of recipes. So you can go there and you can open up any recipe that you like. They have them categorized in breakfasts, dinners, lunches, soups, snacks, salads, just about everything you can think of is in there, and most of them fit really well with their program. The only thing you don't get for free in your 8-week program is the supplement. The supplement is something you have to pay for, and it is quite pricey. But I would recommend, if you're going to dive in and give this a go, that you spend the money on the supplement to go with it, because then you'll get the benefits of both of them. So the next thing to cover is whether or not it's hard to follow this program. It is a diet, so in that regard it is hard, because what diet is not hard? I suppose a diet of like donuts and coffee would probably be fairly easy. When you actually take a look at the program and what's required of you and what's involved as far as eating and exercising, it actually doesn't look too hard. It seems pretty simple and straightforward. They ask you to do your yoga exercises twice a day. Pretty simple, because they're simple exercises, not simple to do but simple to learn. And it's a nice short sequence of exercises. Takes about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you do that twice a day, that doesn't seem too hard. And as far as eating, they start you off really gently. So in your first week, all they ask is that you try to reduce your caffeine intake and reduce your gluten intake, reduce your alcohol intake, and just simple things like that. They don't tell you to stop, they just ask you to slow it down. And from there it gets progressively harder. So they ask you to cut those things out completely. Then they start to introduce really specific types of fruits and vegetables designed to really help cleanse and balance your body. Now there are heaps of other extras that you can include in this. So they offer things like probiotic supplements and liver detoxes. There's a whole heap of different things on their store that they recommend that you take at the same time to help with this. I personally didn't because of the cost. I don't have that much in funds available for that sort of thing, but I did want to give it a go to the best of my ability. So I did buy the supplement and I did try the program. And like I said, I actually found it a lot harder than I thought it would be. So I was doing quite well. Probably the main thing I found really challenging was the organization that was required to keep it up. So for example, they recommend drinking green juices every single morning, and whilst that sounds quite simple, the actual work involved in preparing those recipes, blending those things, and then washing the blender is actually quite a lot of work. If I was super organized, I could probably pre-prepare a lot of those things in advance and make it a lot easier for myself. But I just found that quite challenging to do that every single day, especially because some of those green juice recipes are actually not like crazy simple. They're not too hard, but there's a few steps involved, quite a few ingredients. Yeah, it was just a little bit harder than I'd anticipated. I also found it really challenging because in their program, they describe all the different specific types of fruits and vegetables that they really want you to eat. And what I found really challenging is that some of those things are very seasonal and they're actually not available whenever you want to do the program. And the other thing I found challenging is actually, coming up with food or meals that I can make for myself and my husband that include all of those fruits and vegetables and will satisfy us completely as well. So it was challenging. It's definitely not impossible, especially with all the recipes that they give you, but it was quite difficult. I found that I tended to use it more of a guide for what I was eating as opposed to following it to the law. And so this made quite a difference to how we were eating. It was really good. So I wasn't stressing too much about whether or not I was getting all the vegetables that they recommend. Instead, I was simply trying to eat more vegetables and have a bigger variety of vegetables, and where I could, I was including vegetables that they recommended. And so as for what it did for me, it probably really helped me to eat healthier, which obviously helps my skin, helps my digestion. I can't say that I actually noticed any major differences in that short space of time, and I would like to say that I also was not able to finish the 8-week program, and I'm going to tell you why. So the main thing that actually stopped me from finishing the 8-week program was that I got a really nasty flu. I was in bed for 2 weeks. I was coughing a lot, so much so that I was nearly vomiting, and I had major headaches and was not eating well, was not eating much at all. So when I did want to eat, I was making sure that I was eating really plain things. So I was eating a lot of like toast and crackers and that sort of thing. And also through that time, I was eating a lot of throat lozenges, which is mostly just sugar, not really a part of the 8-week program. So because I was sick, I was actually unable to keep it up in that period of time. And I didn't think that it would really be all that effective to just start where I left off, because if it's an 8-week program, you need to be able to do the 8 weeks from start to finish. That's one of the things that made it really challenging, is you can't just take a break, because then it's not an 8-week program. So those 2 weeks off really sort of cut that 8-week program short for me. And then the other reason why I have not picked it up again straight away is because, as I mentioned in my previous video, if you watch the videos on my channel, you will have seen the last video on the supplement. You will know that I have some pretty nasty digestion issues going on at the moment, and they're a little bit hard to sort of get under control. And I have been trying to fix them myself, and I just can't. So what I've actually done is I've gone to see a naturopath, and I'm following her guidelines for what I need to do to really fix up that system in my body, because if I can't keep that system of my body working, then nothing else is going to work either. So I would love to actually pick it up again and try it again, but before I do that, I'm going to try and follow my naturopath's instructions and get my digestion under control and really feel like I can actually eat and have it help me as opposed to harm me. So overall, I think the program is a really good program. I think they give you a lot of resources and they offer you support at any point. You can go online and chat to them. They send you emails and offering you help and support, so you can email them back and forth if you're having any problems. So it's a really, really supportive, helpful program. You basically don't have to do it alone. And it's not incredibly expensive unless you start buying all of the supplements that they recommend. However, they do have a really cool lay-by system, so you can buy your products and then pay it off over 6 weeks instead of paying for it all at once, which makes it a lot more affordable. So I would say it's definitely worth a try if you're struggling with hormonal issues and you just want to feel better, have a healthier lifestyle, cleanse your body. This would be a great way to start. I would definitely recommend it. It's not going to work the same for everyone. Food is like that. It never works exactly the same for everyone. And so if you're really not sure that it's working for you, I would highly recommend that you go and find a naturopath or a doctor or a herbalist or someone who can really help you to look at that program and then specialize it for you particularly. If you're not convinced on whether or not this is a great program and whether or not it's going to work for you, I would recommend that you get on their Facebook page and you find out what other people are saying about it. There is so much good talk about this program and how it's helping people. But I really wanted to make this review and point out that even though it's a fantastic program, it's not easy, and I really want people to be able to see the truth of how challenging some of these things can actually be. It looks simple, but it really isn't. Not always. It might be simple for some people, but I didn't find it super easy. That doesn't mean it's not worth trying and that you shouldn't give it a go if it's something that you think will really help you. So I will put the link to their Facebook page and their website in the description box below so you can find those. And I'd love to hear your comments, your feedback, any questions that you have on my experience with this program. Yeah, please just leave a comment. And thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed week.